Keeping the core together, that's certainly been a theme for Trent Baalke, for Doug Peterson, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. And we say hello to one of the guys that was a big part of the success this year, and he's coming back. Adam Gotsis, along that defensive line, joins us now on XL Primetime. Adam, welcome in. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Super excited, and doing amazing.
You got to be pumped, and I would think, from your perspective, Adam, how important is it for that defensive line, as many pieces as possible, to stay intact so you guys can do work against that other quarterback?
Yeah, I think it's always important to try and retain guys that contributed in the year previous, and it kind of helps build that culture into what we want to be, not only along the front but just as a team. And, to be able to re-sign some of the guys that we've been able to so far this offseason has been huge. I think all those guys have played such key parts in the success that we had last year. And I think it's important on keeping those guys and adding new, fresh talent, and then, making a run at it again this year.
Now, Adam, Brinson Buckner, your coach, was my teammate with the Steelers when we made a Super Bowl run in 1996. Yep. How much has he taught you, and his leadership helped inspire the defensive front?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say Coach Buck is, definitely one of the best coaches around the league. Me personally, has definitely elevated my game. Having a previous player that wasn't too far off from the current game that we're playing these days is always a bonus to have, get their opinion on what they're seeing at the game. And they're able to kind of coach, the little specifics, the game inside the game a bit more than just the X's and O's, and can kind of give you a head start on some of the stuff before you see it out there Sunday. So, have an experienced coach like that that's been around the league and dealt with a lot of, great players through his coaching tenure and played alongside with, that's always a plus. So, to come back and have, him back as our D-line coach and to kind of retain the same room, probably from your playing experience, you probably know that's big for a team, and, you can keep that same hungry mentality. And yeah, we got to go hunt quarterbacks this off season, this season and off season.
Hey, Adam, so you were around for some pretty lean years there. Last year, what does a season like that do individually for a player? Does it kind of re-energize you, refocus you to a sport that you love? Do you kind of start to lose the love when you go through lean times like that over and over?
Yeah, I think you love the sport regardless. That's all part of it. The highs and the lows is all part of it. And the love never fades. But definitely, you feel that re-energized feeling. You can't wait to get back in the building. A lot of the hard work that you have put in through those years to get to a successful season and make a playoff run, that doesn't get forgotten. So it definitely re-energizes that fire in you, gives it a bit more spark, and just gets you ready to come back to the next season and kind of get going again. You don't want to cool off almost, So I know a bunch of the guys are just super pumped and super rapt to be back, and just ready to get back in the building with all the guys and get to work.
Jaguars defensive lineman Adam Gotsis joining us on the Farrah and Farrah phone line, fresh off signing a 2-year extension with the Big Cats. Adam, I know when we speak with defense coordinator Mike Caldwell, he always refers to the scheme as it's a multiple front. You guys, sometimes you're 4-3, sometimes you're a 3-4. Your base is a 3-4, though. For you, how would you describe this defense that you guys ran last year, and so far in conversations you had and knowing who's coming back, what you expect this defense to look like in the season ahead?
Yeah, I think, it's Mike pretty much hit it on the head. It is, very mixable front. We can give a ton of different looks and kind of, keep the opponent guessing on what fronts we're going to play, what type of, defensive game we're going to kind of bring into that game. But yeah, it's to have versatility of the guys that we have in the room. All the guys in the room can play pretty much every position across the front. So to have that versatility, we're able to attack different teams, give them different looks, and do that. So it's always important to bring guys back, and I think we got a really good group. Really strong core in there, and mixed along with Trayvon and a couple of these younger guys that we're going to get back to see, Jordan Smith out there on the edge as well. So. Get them going, and, it's going to be a great year. I think, we can always add talent, but, we had a good group last year, and, we definitely know we can play better than what we did. So it's going to be excited just to get back to work with the guys and focus on building a bit more and, come back this year with second year in the system. Everyone should be playing that little bit faster. And, I think everyone's just excited to be back.
Talking with Adam Gotsis. He's signed a 2-year deal to come back and join your Jacksonville Jaguars. Both he and Trey Herndon signing over the weekend. We had Dewey on when he signed, and, of course, his phrase, it was always the Jags, and now the team has it. Maybe we can get someone to print up "Go Hunt Quarterbacks," because when you said that, I mean, you were like channeling your Stevie Irwin or your Crocodile Dundee. I love how you said that. And, I mean, is that the mentality, the feeling when you guys get together, like, we got to take some people down?
Yeah, we realize that, that's our job up front. If we can make that quarterback on the other side day a long day, and I think last year we did that. A lot of pressures, a lot of hits, a lot of caused turnovers by what was happening up front with our defensive front. So, if we can keep that edge on our shoulder and understand that we can change the game literally with, our pass rush or getting after this guy and making him feel us, that gives the team a huge boost. And I know, the rest of the team love watching it and love getting behind us when we're getting after the guy with the ball out there. So, just super excited, man. It's just going to be an awesome year, and already got good feelings about it. So, to keep everyone together and, bring back the same coaching staff, have some consistency there, I think, definitely a lot of upside for what's going to happen this year.
Now, Adam, about 6 months ago, I joined the family, which means that I made a bet that when y'all were 2-1, that if the Jaguars made the playoffs, I would get a tattoo. I had never gotten a tattoo before, so I got a tattoo on my arm with the Jaguar 72 on it. So I'm a part of the family. I'm part of the tattoo family.
I love that.
All right, so what goes behind? I heard you've got a bunch of tattoos. What goes behind the inspiration of Adam Gotsis when he gets a tattoo?
Yeah, I think I like to think about some of my stuff. Definitely a lot of family, a lot of good memories, stuff that I want to look back on when I'm, 70 years old, and I can look down at and be like, this puts me right back into that moment of where I was in my life at that time. So a lot of big moments in my life, I just like to almost like snapshot it, put it on my skin, and then, when I look down at it years from now, it's always just going to bring me back to where I was in that moment, keep me grounded, keep me humbled, and, just keep me on my path, my destiny of what God's put out there in front of me.
Now, Adam, you also did mention Trayvon Walker, different fronts that he could potentially play in, different positions that he could fill for you guys. How did you see the number 1 overall pick from last year develop over the course of the last 365 that he's been in the building, or I guess, 340 or whatever it is since he was drafted in April? And moreover, I know he spent a lot of time in the outside linebackers room. Does he work out at all with you guys along the trenches as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think, Trayvon's one of those guys that literally can play nose tackle to 9 technique, depending on what package you want to put out there. So he's a huge part in what we do defensively, and he's going to be moving forward. Last year he had a hell of a year coming in. It's a tough spot to be in. Number one pick. You got a lot of pressure on you, a lot of new faces, new environment, but he handled it awesomely. He came in and, he was one of the leaders on defense. He found his voice and was out there talking, making plays for us, and that's what you really want to see. And I expect, an even bigger and better year from him this year. He's an absolute superstar, and just to see his growth throughout the year was awesome too. Just not only on the field, but in the locker room, gelling with the guys, growing with the guys, joking around. It was just awesome. So, I'm super wrapped that he's going to be there this year, and year 2 is a big year. The game definitely slows down from year 1, and just excited to see how he's going to take this league by storm.
All right, before we let you go, Adam, I do have to ask. I know you were out at the Players Championship a couple weekends ago. Were you pulling for the Aussies, or who was your pick, and what did you think? What did you think?
I was pulling for the Aussies. It was actually my first golf outing that I've been to, so it was an awesome one to get to, especially being local here in Jacksonville. But I was pulling for the Aussies. It looked a little rough out there for him at a couple of holes, but I actually missed the hole-in-one that they hit on the 17th. My partner was in the bathroom. I heard the roar, and I was like, damn, I was sitting right there at the 17th, and I missed it. But, no, it was awesome to get out there with some of the guys. I was out there with Trev, Agnew, and their partners. And, it was just an awesome weekend, everyone walking past, yelling out Duval, and that's the type of energy that this city's had since, those last couple games at the end of last year. And, the energy in the city is just awesome. So we really can't wait to get to work and, have the fans all backing us this year and get in there and show you guys what we're capable of doing.
All right, so before you go, because, listen, I text Dylan when he was setting it up. I'm like, having the Aussie on will be awesome. And so just give the fans a little bit, we're in Gator country. You're a guy from down under. What do you miss the most about Melbourne, or really anything about Australia?
Man, I just went home, so the thing I definitely miss about being back home is the beach. But lucky I'm here in Jacksonville, man.
Yeah.
We've got a ton of great beaches here in Florida, and to be able to just come from the beach back home to the beach back here, that's definitely the thing I miss. But it's not too far from home when I'm close to the water and all that. So, that always is my spot I like to go to and kind of keep me grounded. Like I was saying earlier, it's just the little things like that. So to be out here in Jacksonville, have the beach, it's a nice spot to come to. And, after I got the call about my contract, I just went down there and had a little chill out on the sand and had to think about everything. And then, it just puts a lot of stuff in perspective being out there with the water and everything like that. So, it's just awesome.
Fishing, hunting, golf.
Love fishing, man. Love fishing. So this is the spot as well. So, love all that. Haven't got too much hunting, but I think might try and go catch a gator or something out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
That's the plan.
Has anyone invited you to go, gig a gator?
I actually ran into a local guy out here that was he kind of runs a program for retired military, and they go out and they hunt and fish and do all that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to try and link up with him, and maybe we can go catch a couple alligators or something like that. It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Well, listen, man, congratulations, continued success, like you said, building something there, and the fans definitely are fired up. We appreciate your time, Adam.
No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.